Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Isabella Banks YouTube channel. I'm Wizzy, and let me tell you, I am certain the British media must be sweating right now because Prince Harry just pulled off the ultimate plot twist. He's always doing this. When they think that they have taken over the headlines, he just swoops in and does a headline heist. While Meghan is out here putting the final touches on her Netflix docu-series with Love Meghan, Prince Harry is securing the bag in public speaking and in Prince Harry is securing the bag in the public speaking and investment world. Yes. Love me a man who does public speaking and investment. What is the year? What? Yes, you heard that right. Harry is now in his business mogul era. So, guys, let's break it down, shall we? So, um, the Upfront Summit is where serious investors and innovators come to talk big money and big ideas and the future. And who pops up? Prince Harry, none other than Prince Harry. He does tend to pop up at in the most unexpected places, doesn't he? And I just love the way their lives are just developing from one stage to the next stage. It's almost like they have a plan. Anyway, he popped up at this Upfront Summit today and it was so unannounced. It was almost like Beyonce dropping an album at midnight, for real. And it did what it was supposed to do, because if Prince Harry hadn't gone there, a lot of people unconnected with such activity wouldn't have even known that that kind of event was going on. So his being there has drawn attention to what they're doing all over there, as he always does, which is great. It's fantastic to see. There he hit us with a fantastic speech where he said, as a dad, I'm constantly looking for solutions. As a man who was born into a life of service, I recognize that with power and platform comes responsibility. And these days, I'm determined to find and invest in solutions. Translation: while some people, the firm, are busy cutting ribbons and throwing garden parties, Harry is out here actually putting his money where his mouth is. And let's be real, he's onto something. With the economy the way it is right now, you would be dumb if you rely on one income stream if you can avoid it. Like, everybody cannot diversify, but if you can diversify, then the best thing to do is to go ahead and do that. And with the current political situation, that only gives Harry more leverage. Anyway, speaking of smart money moves, our guy Harry, he's just impressing me day after day. Honestly, his mother will be so proud because he is doing the thing. Now, let's talk about what Harry is actually investing in. Yeah. This is not just charity work, this is strategic. He is focusing on businesses that are using technology to solve the world's biggest problems. And let me tell you, this right here, this is what separates him from the rest of the royals. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. Okay. Thank you, Paulette, for your super sticker. Really grateful for that. Yeah, he has decided that he is going to be investing in businesses that solve the world's largest problems. And I know that sounds very vague, but let's break it down a little bit. I'm not going to go into too much detail about that, just a little bit so we have a sense of what he's into. Okay. But before we do that, we have no choice but to reflect back to where he's coming from. The traditional royal gig is all about cutting ribbons, right? Waving at people, being seen, waving at people and being seen. But Harry is out here actually funding solutions. This is King Charles and Camilla. I think it was yesterday. So they have set them up to make them look as if they are packing dates into bags. But if you have the opportunity to look at the larger size of the photograph, because this is a still from a video, you will see that on each side of Camilla and Charles, there is someone with them who is practically doing the job for them. So they're just sitting there, even in a photograph, in a simple task like just putting a date. You know the fruits, the date, right? So they're putting the date into a bag. All they do is to lift the metal handle that they're using to transfer the date from the plates into the bag. That's it. And then they hand it to the person sitting beside them. And it makes them look as if they're doing something. Anyway, we all know that Harry is not one to enjoy such. Um, because he's seen real issues on the ground, from mental health to veterans' welfare to digital safety. He's not just talking about change, he's investing in it. He's not just talking the walk. He's not just mindlessly walking the walk. He is actually putting his money where his mouth is. And that's about the only way to effect change, especially when you've got an era of the oligarchs. This is what we're currently facing the world over, right? So just if you're going to follow the Elon Musk model, if you want something to change, then buy it. This is what he has done with all the businesses that he has invested in over time. Every time he thought about a problem, he bought over the business. He bought PayPal, he bought um Tesla, all the businesses that he's been involved in, he bought. Okay. So Harry is doing it as well. Our guy Harry is a mogul. This is the kind of wealth that creates generational wealth and leaves a real legacy. And if you think Harry is out here moving solo, think again. Think again. What do I mean? I'll tell you in a second. So, guess who else was at the Upfront Summit? Serena, the GOAT Serena. Now, you guys already know Serena and her husband, Alexis, are major players in the investment world. Serena Ventures is out here securing millions for women and minority owned businesses. And guess who she and Alexis are really close with? Yeah, you guessed it. We already know that anyway. Harry and Meghan. So she was also at the event. And I would always say, although it's something that I learned later in life, and I am still not as great as it as I could be, I'm not as ruthless with watching my friend group as I should be. But I would say get yourself friends who elevate you. Mhm. Friends who talk about investments, legacy, and building empires instead of just gossip and drama, or at least let them be positive. Let them think about a problem and then think about ways to resolve the problem, because everyone cannot be on billionaire status level, right? So have people in your life who, when you're having a problem, you don't just talk about the problem and clap your hands, but you also think about how to solve the problem. That is more important to me than even money, because when you have people who are just negative and they say, "Oh, I'm just being real. I'm just being real." They drag you back and they just constantly tell you the reason why you can't do stuff. Anyway, one of the things that I love about being a Harry and Meghan stan is that I pick up on the positive things about their lives. And I know a lot of the us are older and you probably feel, oh, I've been there, done that. I don't need to pick up anything. I'm just here to support Harry and Meghan. That's fine. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those who are still thinking that, we could do with tweaking one or two things in our lives. And I love this whole idea of, you know, thinking really deeply about the people we allow ourselves to associate with. Harry and Meghan are not just making rich friends, they're surrounding themselves with people who know how to multiply wealth and power. And that brings me to a hard question I think we should all ask ourselves. Are you ready for the question? Please t- talk to me in the comment section when you hear this question, okay? Let's say we were being asked a question and there was nobody in the room. Um, and someone said, would you be considered a good friend in a circle like that? Like, qualify and quantify yourself. Would you be a good friend? To put it into perspective, you know how we always say, I want a good man or I want a good woman. Okay, are you a good woman or are you a good man? If you were in a situation and you were looking for someone to date, would you date yourself? So if we're turning it into, like, if we're looking at it from the perspective of someone talking about being a friend, would you be friends with you? Would you be friends with yourself? If you're thinking about it from a dating perspective, would you date yourself? You. Oh, thank you so much, Lorna. Thank you for the super sticker. Guys, please, we're coming up to the end of the month now. I would encourage you guys, if you would, to donate if you can. It does help a lot with the research work that I'm doing behind the scenes for the petition work that I know I haven't spoken about it I haven't spoken about it in a bit, but that's because the work moves very slowly and I have to move smart in order not to attract too much attention to myself. But um coming in the coming months, I will certainly host a members only live stream where I give you an update on what exactly is going on. So please, either let me use this opportunity to encourage you to either join the membership of the channel or donate to the channel, please, with super stickers. Thank you very much, Lorna. Really grateful for that. Lottie says, I will date Prince Harry. I think if Prince Harry was up for grabs, you might find yourself kicked out of the way because there will be a stampede for Prince Harry. Now, I know you guys won't be surprised, and you've probably been seeing them talk about it in the press, but guess who tried to pull a look at me moment? If you guessed Kitty and the Rake, you would be correct. Yeah. Because of course, anytime Harry and Meghan have something major going on, here they come, trying to benefit from their Harry and Meghan's headlines. But here's the thing, it didn't work. All the distractions that they've been trying to throw at the pre-launch of With Love Megan, it's not working. Everyone is still trooping over to Megan's Instagram page to go see what the latest updates are. I know I am, and I know over 1 million people who have watched Megan's latest post are. All eyes are still on Harry and Meghan, and I think that's just because substance beats symbolism every time. People are tired of the lip service royal engagements where they just show up, smile, cut ribbons. Meanwhile, Harry is investing in the future. It's interesting, it's modern, it's sexy, it's everything. This is why the Sussexes stay winning. They're not just here to be seen, they are creating real change. And it doesn't hurt that they're charismatic as well, and good looking, and obviously working really hard. I think everyone appreciates everyone who they see working hard, trying to create something. And listen, if that annoys the British media, that's even better, you know? That's even better if it annoys them. Because while they were busy thinking about ways to distract the public away from With Love Megan, her sneak peeks behind the scenes, trying to get people excited for the launch of With Love Megan. There's nothing they haven't tried to throw at her. And you know what? I deliberately refuse to talk about what they are talking about because I was not going to give what they're talking about any oxygen. Mm-mm. No. Harry and Meghan are not just a power couple, they're movements. They're an inspiration for a generation ahead of them, the generation that they belong to, and the generation that is coming behind them. They're proving that success isn't about where you come from, it's about what you do with what you have, I think. So, you know, whether the royal family likes it or not, they are just getting started. And I love that for them. So, let me see what you're saying. Lorna says not only did I call them Kitty and the Rake. Visit to the bakery, not work, but there were protest signs outside that the press covered up. Yeah, I had William sent out Jason K to do his dirty work. Yeah, yeah, it didn't work. And it's so shameful of them that how many years later, they're still so bitter. What are they so bitter about? You know? What are they so bitter about? Why can't they just let it go? Move on, do your own things. If you say truly that you are better than Harry and Meghan, then do something that makes sure that everyone can see that why you say you are actually better than Harry and Meghan. You have more resources than they do. Nobody is talking about you any longer. Get up, do your you say, do be the genius that you say that you are. But no, no, that would be too much. That would be too much good being put into the world, expecting them to ignore Harry and Meghan. Why? When they can be hateful? No, we have to be hateful. The hatefulness is still very much on display. There's still room for the hatefulness. We have to be as hateful as possible. So ridiculous, honestly. And then at the same time, they're putting out articles saying, well, you know what? We don't even really want to be king. Nobody asks you. Just just face your front and mind your business. Just face your front and mind your business. Chef Sandy, thank you very much for the super sticker. Really grateful. Um, Lottie says William would never let it go because he wants what Harry has. Well, at some point, you know, th- at some point, he's going to end up like the king who has no clothes, uh, where everyone's laughing at him. He's going to end up like that, because there's a limit to how many times, how much your minions can prop you up before you really begin to look stupid on the world stage. Right now, you still have allies, maybe because you all belong to the same group, whatever it is, religion that you both believe in, that makes them have to be loyal to you, at least have to show loyalty to you in public. But there's going to get to a point, it's going to get to a point where they will have no choice. And everyone's going to be showing you how silly you are in public. It's just silly. Anyway, guys, I wanted to highlight Prince Harry because we've been talking a lot about Meghan and with love Meghan. And Harry deserves his props for being the princess's prince. You know, he's a supportive husband who deserves his flowers. He's earned every single bit of respect that I can possibly give to anyone. He has earned it. Have you guys seen the way he loves on Megan? That alone is, that alone puts him up there in my estimation. I was just thinking to myself that men like him, Alexis Ohanian, um, Kamala Harris's husband, they're like a dying breed. You know, if they wanted to, these guys, what they need to do, Prince Harry, if you ever had the opportunity to listen to this, my podcast, a business idea, since you're a business mogul, start a school to teach men how to be gentlemanly again. You know, you will make so much money. Because that some seems to be a lost art in today's world. And everything is not really about, some people would most probably say he can afford to be gentlemanly because he's rich. But everything is not really about money, is it? Everything is about attitude and where your heart and mind is. Anyway, guys, let me not bore you with all that I think about in my spare time. That's all I have for this evening. Thank you so much to the people who are donating. Thank you so much, Lottie. Really, really grateful. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, everyone who has donated to today's video and continues to donate to my channel. Thank you so much, Lorna. Really grateful that you're always here when I come on. Thank you so much. That's all I have for this evening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, this is Wheezy signing off. Ciao!